Good morning from Tokyo. I'm Johnny Massacre, and this is a cheeky live stream number 171. A place where the brief is to be excellent to each other, much like Bill and Ted said. This is basically a quest to work out if we're autistic or not. We dovetail between being a stone cold case of autism, Asperger's, and ADHD, or just completely normal, and it's all in our heads. Maybe we'll get to the bottom of it by the end of this cheeky live stream. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, I don't know what I kind of have a little idea of what we're going to talk about. It might get political. It might get a little bit political, but it might not. It might not. I slept like 3 or 4 hours, so a little bit slow today. But the point is, Cuzzy, is to vote on the next video game we play. We're actually going to play it very soon. Today. So I've got a few ideas. Milky, you swine.
Milkitio makes things says, damn it man, I have to go to the store.
Wow, sometimes my mic does weird things, you know. Yeah, it's like, can't you hear that? There's some weird sound on the mic. Milky, no excuses. Absolutely no excuses at all. What store are you going to? Maybe it's yeah, no, it's cause they're fucking.
Mark says, "Ho lad, what's for brunch?"
Bro, I'm telling myself there's no more mango. I haven't eaten any mango today. Don't do it. Don't eat the mango. Don't eat the mango, Cuzzy. Dude, what's that weird sound on the mic? Can you not hear it? I can see that it's making a sound. It's weird. It's weird. There's a sound. But like last time this happened, it kind of went away after a little bit. Super weird. I wonder what that is. Yeah, I can see it. It's making a sound. I think it's only low frequencies, but I'm curious what that is. Black coffee is for brunch. That's what we're having. Man, I feel like a tramp who stumbled out of his cardboard box into daylight for the first time in weeks. Jesus fucking Christ. I just hate waking up in the morning. I'm not that kind of person. Not about that life. Not about that life. One, two. There's I don't know. I think what it is. I think it's a very, very low frequency rumble, bumble, stumble, apple crumble, rumble. That's on the mic, because the building opposite my apartment, they're tearing it down, the bastards. They're tearing it down, and apparently it's, I don't know, I think it can't be a 4-year project. It can't be four fucking years to make a building. It can be 32 floors. How much noise is that going to make? Yeah, do you know what it is? It's the rumble outside. These absolute wankers. There's a cheeky rumble, bruv. That's what it is. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's literally. Yeah, there's a rumble. That's what it is. There's a little rumble, bruv. It's the construction. Do you know what's fucking mad? Loads of people say in Tokyo they can hear this high-pitched noise that sometimes appears, and they don't know what the hell it is. and they're adamant they can hear it, and they point it out to me and they go, look, there it is, or listen, there it is. I'm listening, I can't hear it. My hearing's fucking good, but I can't hear this high-pitched noise. What's that all about? I wanna fly sky high and go to gay bar. I wanna fly sky high and go to gay bar. Yeah, yeah, flying high, feeling good. Blue skies, blue skies, my dick. Blue skies, blue skies, my dick. We need to play that song. We need to play it. Is this it? It is. So good.
Daytona,
Gay boner.
Daytona, let's go away.
Let's go away.
Daytona, Daytona, let's go away.
Let's go away.
Daytona, this is your guru chief. The cross is
I fucking love this guy. He can't really sing, but he doesn't give a fuck. He just loves singing.
tough, but it's a beautiful day, so good luck. Daytona, let's go.
My dick. What's the song that I'm thinking of? Daytona, the gay boner. Let's go away. I'm thinking a different one. It's hold on, here we go. This is it. This is so good. It's so good. It's too good. Fly sky high and go to gay bar. That's what he says, bruv. Listen. That's what he said. Let's go to gay bar. This is such a banger. So good. I wanna fly sky high, go to the bar. Bro. It's so fucking mad. The reason this sounds so weird is because to save memory, they looped the things that he was saying. So when he goes, go to gay bar, it goes bar, because they have a very small sample that goes and then they loop it to save memory. So it made something really interesting. Bro, when this came out, this technology, this game, Sega licensed hardware from the military that was used for flight simulators. It looks so good. And then hearing this weird Japanese music, it was so good. So good. Japanese people are the best. They're the fucking best. They can be fucking annoying sometimes, but they're the best. They're the fucking best. They're the best. They're the best race of people. Yeah, I said it. The best race. The best ethnicity. Ethnicity. Someone's cultural background and the distinguishing features from other ethnicities. Japanese people. It's the last bastion. It's the last bastion, bruv. Did you see Japan got a new prime minister? This is so funny. So the conservative sphere, clickbaitosphere, all ran the same fucking story. Oh, liberals wanted a woman prime minister, and then they got one. But look, she's actually really hardline conservative and anti-immigration. So, do you know what she did yesterday? You know what she fucking did? And I told people that she was not going to be a hardline conservative. So, there's a shrine called Yasukuni Shrine. And Yasukuni Shrine is where people go to pay respects to all the Japanese soldiers who died in service in all of their major wars, including World War II. So the Japanese Prime Minister, she always visited this shrine, and she said she's always going to visit it. She doesn't give a fuck about public pressure and international pressure and all that kind of stuff. Well, it turns out that new Prime Minister, Takaichi, is going to skip it. She's going to skip it because she is bowing to international pressure, which means she's also going to allow loads of fucking immigrants. People do not know what the fuck they're talking about on X about this Japanese prime minister. I have lived in Japan for 16, 17 years. I know how the fucking system works. Unlike the West, where they force women into CEO positions to make up the numbers because the people who do that took power on the premise that anyone who's not successful is due to systemic oppression and they're going to rectify it, when it's just not true. Women don't work as hard as men or as long hours as men do. This country embodies all of that spirit. It's a society that's ruled by men, and they will never, ever, ever put a woman in that position unless she's an absolute beast and deserves it. All the top companies are run by men for the aforementioned reasons. If you suddenly have a female prime minister in Japan, which is 1,000 times more patriarchal than America, and Japan has a female prime minister / president before American does, it is 1,000% the result of just being put on by the bureaucratic blob. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And the party that's been in power for ages, who's supposed to be conservative, you see sustainable development goals fucking everywhere in Tokyo, all over the buildings and shit like that. They have ridiculous tourist targets. They don't give a fuck. They do not give a fuck. Japan is going to bow to the same pressure as the West did when it comes to migration and sacrificing its conservative principles on the altar of progressivism. That's what's going to happen with this woman. You even had people like, you know, that guy on X, Colonel Otaku or whatever, who's supposedly Japanese nationalist. I don't even know if he's a Japanese guy, but he always posts about Japanese conservative news. Even he was celebrating it. He has this fucking flag in his bio. Well, surprise, the woman who said she was going to go to the shrine where you have these flags and stuff like that, she's actually going to fucking skip it. So that's all a load of BS, that Takaichi is this conservative firebrand who's going to shut the borders and stuff. It's going to continue like it's been continuing, and Japan's decline will continue. It's just the way that it is. It's just the way that it is. Look, I'm going to read it to you. On Japan Wire, breaking news. LDP chief Takaichi may skip Yasukuni shrine visit for autumn rite, according to sources. Okay, it's on all the news sites. Takaichi has visited the Shinto shrine during its spring and autumn festivals, and on the August the 15th anniversary of Japan's surrender in World War II, including when she was in ministerial posts. So she always goes there. This time, however, she's apparently taken into account the impact of her possible visit to the shrine on Japan's summit diplomacy from late this month and relations with yada yada yada. At a press conference just after she was elected LDP president the same day to succeed Shigeru Ishiba, Takaichi did not make a clear-cut comment on whether she'd visit the Yasukuni shrine if she's elected prime minister. Instead, she said, I'll make a timely and appropriate decision on how to pay my respects to the war dead. It should never be made into a diplomatic issue. She is not going. She's not going. That is not, I am fucking going. You know what Donald Trump would say? He's like the one person who's actually not captured. He'd say, I'm fucking going. He would say it immediately. She's not saying it. She's not going to go. I promise you. Absolutely promise you. Yeah, so woke progressives call Yasukuni Shrine a kind of war shrine or whatever, but it's just a lack of understanding of Japanese culture and the Shinto religion. So Korea hate it when Japanese diplomats go to this shrine to pay their respects. China hates it, and they get really angry about it. But yeah, she should fucking go. She should go, but she's not going to go. So yeah, Japan isn't saved, I'm afraid. I wish it was. I super wish it was. But it's not going to be. It's weird how Japan hasn't fallen yet. It's super weird. Because Japan, when America changed their whole education system to move them away from an imperialist nation, they fired 1 million teachers and replaced them and instilled an education system that was based on collectivism so that they could brainwash the Japanese populace. And they did, because they completely pacified the whole nation and nobody rioted about it or protested about it. We're such a compliant nation who's ready to follow rules and accept what the authorities tell them. If they actually tried that progressive shit with Japan, it would fall quicker than you could blink, quicker than England. People are more compliant here. I do not know why it hasn't happened yet. And I can only put it down to an old boys club who are corrupt as fuck, and they can't upset their golden goose that's paying out via slush funds and boondoggles and things like that. I think it's just a group of Japanese men just locking it off. That's probably the only thing stopping us from falling to this woke progressive BS. I hope I'm fucking wrong. I hope Japan's new Prime Minister, Takaichi, she's going to be a hardline nationalist, rising sun flag brandishing beast, and is going to stop all talk of population replacement and importing low-skilled workers to temporarily boost GDP at the expense of their culture and economy.
Muka Chronic says, hey y'all. Hope everyone's shit is the Chronic today.
What's up, Chronic?
Says, can you go to the gay bar as Rock Hard Gaming?
We certainly can.
Omega says, hey Johnny and chat.
Hey, what's happening? So there's a little rant. The UK is kind of fucked. I wanted to make another video on how the UK is dead. There's just so much fucking happening, dude. I don't know where to start. We have a Muslim woman in charge of asylum and the borders, who, after an Ujay was abstayed outside an synagogue, say, by a man whose name was Jihad, started blaming the far right. So we've got this same weird progressive two-tier justice system as Canada and France and all these other countries. So UK's fucked. But then I saw some news, and this guy who's part of the Conservative Party, who's joined Reform, who's going to win the next election, obviously, the kind of right-wing party. He said they identified 30 judges that have ties to NGOs which want open borders. So I'm thinking, do you know what? British are the hardest MFs in the universe. We had the biggest empire ever, and we're still there, cuzzy. We're still there. So once you prod and poke and rile the sleeping dragon from its slumber, you could be about to get toasted, sunshine. You don't want to piss off the Brits. And I think the pendulum's gone so far the other way, it has to come back and smack the Brits in the face. But when it does, if you piss us off, bro, we're a tiny fucking island that took over the world. We can easily sort this shit out. If we really wanted to sort this shit out, we could sort this shit out. Hector says, what's up, Hector? Do you think Nigel has a chance? He's going to be the next Prime Minister. I was a member of Reform, but I stopped when he said that you can't deport. You have to appease the Muslim base. If you don't, you'll lose an election. It's like, no, I'm sorry. You don't appease people who vast majority want Sharia law. You just don't do that. The guy who has the right plan for England, in my opinion, is obviously Rupert Lowe, and Reform fired him. I wish they hadn't done that, and that shows you they're not hardline enough. But they're getting more and more hardline. And here's the thing: Democrats, to get into power, they say all these nice things and then they switch and do their crazy shit. Maybe he's just playing the game and he's saying, well, we need to appease the Muslim vote because he wants to get a few votes. And then when he gets into power, he's going to go fucking hardcore. That's what I hope he does. The guy is funny. He's locked in, and he's got the right PR team. He's got the right political team around him now. He's kind of steadied the ship after a bit of a turbulent few months when people were getting there's a lot of political intrigue going on within Reform, and people getting reported to the police and fired and losing their position within the party. But now it's kind of settled. He's coming out and making these speeches which just look Prime Ministerly, and it looks like he's going to be able to do it. He's mad. He likes a pint and likes a cigarette. You can hear from his voice he's a smoker. Fucking mental. Got smoker as a Prime Minister. It's kind of mad. Okay, so let's vote on the game we're going to play today. We're going to fly high, sky high, and go to gay bar. So loud, this music. Okay, let's vote on the game. Man, I missed that. Those were the days when the Japanese were they did not give a... Man, that's the opposite of having a Californian...
Who says, I have been watching a bit of Nigel's stuff. He recently spoke about sending people back to where they came from.
Fucking Godspeed. The thing is, you can't deport the people who came in the huge wave since the 90s, who are disproportionately on benefits, and 90% of the female side of their family are on benefit or are not working, and you can't. Well, you could deport those people, because the thing is, like, it would look bad because it's decades of immigration all being undone in a few years, but it's just not the British way. The problem is you let them in, and like they have a positive population replacement rate, and we don't.
I've been watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood again recently.
You mentioned that last time. I was trashing anime last time. My hatred for anime. I don't hate anime. I hate it in everything but the word. No, does that make sense? No, I hate it. I don't really mean that I hate it. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm gonna fly. I will watch it. Like, if someone really fucking recommends me, I will watch it. I'm even gonna watch an episode of One Piece. I know I'm not gonna like that. Okay, so let's first of all, by the way, they have a new feature. They have a new feature on YouTube. Check this out. I saw this today. I can see it now. So what I can do is...
Chronic says, FMA Brotherhood could change your mind, Johnny lol.
Oh, you both like it. Do you know what? Since you're such rational people, and since you're not getting angry with the fact that I dislike something that you like, it tells me that it could actually be quite good. Because the shit which puts me off is if people get angry about not liking something that they like, it's like culty.
Zlan Omega says, I recommend Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Is there a free episode I can watch somewhere? I'm sure there's this guy I know who's just a bit of a knob.
Omega says only 64 episodes and a movie.
Oh, only 64? Fucking hell. Well, I guess compared to One Piece, that's something. So, by the way, now I can schedule this stream to switch to members only. So if you do that before, the whole thing gets blocked. But now this section will be available to everyone. And the Massacre mates, Zien and Nuka, I'm looking at you, and Mark and Milky, then only you can see it. So we might test that. So anyways, here's a Q&A. Recommend games to play.
Milkitia Makes Ting says, Samurai Champloo only has like 25 episodes, dude.
Okay. That makes me not want to watch it. You have to tell me not to watch it to make me want to watch it. You know how my mind works, Milky. You know by now. So I've started a Q&A. How does this work? It's not really a Q&A. It's just a chance for you to recommend me a game to play, and then I'll consider it. And then we'll do a list of 4 games, and I'll play whatever you vote for. It could be the spiritual successor to Blue Stinger. It could be. But I feel we need Edward Johnston. Oh, Armored Core. Oh, my lord. I mean, fucking hell. Nuka, you're going to send me to that industrial hell? You're going to send me there?
Flora Paulus says, I am triggered and offended by your inability to claim undying devotion and love to anime.
Oh,
I
no.
live in Canada, so I'm sorry for what I just said. I'm Greek-born, so my logic is impenetrable. Milkitia Makes Things says it's obviously way too short, maybe you won't get into it.
People who get angry when you don't like something they like are people who often lack in personality. And so they want to buy a personality or just basically wear it like an item of clothing. They can just take it off a shelf. Like, oh, okay, this is me. Like, I like this, so it means I'm like this. And I'm in with this group of people. I usually find. Dude, there's so much cope about a Ghost of Yotei. So Ghost of Yotei, there's never been such a fucking propaganda push by the corporates to make this game look successful. So Erika Ishii, the member of Antifa, who's the lead voice actress and is the character model and is about as attractive as a goldfish, one with some kind of mortal disease. They were saying that it sold 2 million copies, and they gamed the XAI trending news section to report that. So you went onto X and it said Ghost of Yotei sells 2 million copies, and even I knew that was BS. I've seen them do that before. It's fucking mad how powerful the corporations are to be able to do that. So then all the kind of the noisy minority of kind of furries and just anonymous people online who would never show their face because that would just end their argument immediately, were all celebrating, go, oh, it sold 2 million copies, loving how political it is. And it turns out it didn't sell 2 million copies, and that was fake news. And it literally was fake news. You can go look it up. You can confirm that in about a minute. So now everyone knows that the game is basically going to flop, and people are reporting that Ghost of Yotei sold 40% less than Ghost of Tsushima. It has a fucking ridiculous budget, and that's a massive failure if true. So now the narrative on Reddit has gone from it sold 2 million copies, now all the chuds are going to be so angry, show them these numbers, to oh, who gives a shit about how many copies games sell anyways, who fucking cares. The amount of cope right now on Reddit is real. It's real in the field, cuzzy. You want to see what people are saying on Reddit? I've got you, cuzzy wuzzy. Okay, let's have a look. I wanna fly high, sky high. Okay, so this is what they're now saying on Reddit. They are saying, God, this is the next game for people to be having obsessive breakdowns, hoping the game sold well or flopped. The fixation people have over this shit is mind-blowing. Yeah, because you don't want something you like to be successful, so you get a sequel. Absolute fucktard. This is a top 1% commenter, so it shows you how absolutely broken and retarded Reddit is. But I think you already knew that anyways. So actually, these people are having obsessive breakdowns. It actually sounds like this guy's purely projecting. It sounds like he's having an obsessive breakdown. He's clearly super upset that the game isn't selling well. Another comment. What's with people's obsession with sales numbers? Are you all shareholders or something? That's a straw man. Like, what the fuck? What does me being a shareholder or not being a shareholder have anything to do about this? You don't have to be a shareholder for people to just point out the sales numbers, which would give you some kind of hint as to the game's quality. It's not very good. If it doesn't sell very well, it's not very good. Good things tend to do pretty well, and bad things don't do well. So you don't have to be a shareholder to point out the fact that Ghost of Yotei is bad because it's not selling well. Other comments we got on Reddit? Look at this stupid shit. Just looking at the amount of reviews on PS5 indicates the game is a success in comparison to other successes. Dumbest comment of all time. Sony pays people for reviews, so if Sony pays loads of people to review the game, it doesn't mean that it's successful. The cope on Reddit is unbelievable. We got ones like this. Remember when there wasn't an argument over every new game that came out? I do miss those days. Well, stop putting Antifa, feminist Esbian-lays as the lead characters of the games. Do you know the ending of Ghost of Yotei? Now, the female character, she basically settles down with her lesbian lover and she becomes a father. She says, I'm a father. So it's another Last of Us 2 woke clusterfuck. Look at the cope on Reddit. You all can't sleep at night without knowing sales figures. So it went from this game's going to sell really well to it doesn't matter how much it sells to if you even notice that this game is woke and failing because it's woke, you're a piece of shit. I love the cope. I love the cope on Reddit. Cope-a-thon. Look at this guy. I hate that every game gets put through the culture war grifterverse. So stop employing blue and pink bridge trolls to produce the game, who represent 0.1% of the population. You little foolia. What about this? Why are people so fucking obsessed with sales numbers? Because gaming is one of the most popular mediums in the world, and it's one of the last retreats we have from the shitty, divided political and cultural climate we have, and it's being invaded by a tiny sect of the population who are narcissistic, mentally ill psychopaths who will sacrifice the whole quality of the game to push their political agenda. That's why we're so fucking obsessed with sales numbers, because if it does badly, then it means hopefully these assholes will disappear. This guy, Bay City, my prevailing thought genuinely is who fucking cares? It's almost upsetting seeing so much energy put into something so menial. Bro, these people put so much energy into trying to destroy our games. That's what's upsetting, not us noticing. I love it. I love the cope on Reddit. So Ghost of Yotei is destined to flop. The wokesters have gone from it's going to sell well to it doesn't matter if it doesn't sell well to you're a fucking asshole for noticing. I love it. The salt is so delicious. It's so fucking delicious. I love the taste of that salt.
Nuka Chronic says, AC6 is so good, mate. It's painfully slept on. A true from soft masterpiece. Ilkitia makes things says and it has music from Nujabes who you definitely won't like. Zlen Omega says, I heard it sold out on Japan Lmao. Zlen Omega says, can the game be something you've played before or a new game? Spiroflora Paulus
Be anything.
says, I agree with you about copies sold. Here's an element people oft forget. I'm a programmer. How do you, a regular consumer, verify the purchases? Where's the raw data? Also, AI can now balloon this. Pertniello says, Ghost of Yotei absolutely bombing guarantees an Expedition 33 Game of the Year W. Zlen Omega says people have always discussed if a game is good or not. I remember when Halo 3 came out, some of my friends liked it and some hated it. Nuka Chronic says, I'd like to give those woke devs a good clonk in the clacker lol.
Oh man, a clonk in the clacker, that would be game over. Yeah, the whole sold out in Japan is absolute. So that story you're thinking of where it's sold out in Japan is fucking funny. So that basically is a government approved message. I'll show you where that's from. It's so funny. Push Square. Okay, so that story originated on Push Square. And it says, a local Japanese news report. So this is some tiny newspaper in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. This guy can't leave his house for fear of being mauled by bears. I know what it's like in Hokkaido. That motherfucker made a report that's totally not paid for by Sony, that the Access Media hasn't reported on like it's gospel, highlighting the importance of Ghost of Yotei to the Hokkaido region, which inspired it. It's selling like hotcakes, according to one Yodobashi employee in Sapporo. Basically, Sapporo is like poor man's Tokyo, and it's in the north of Japan on this cold island that only kind of like snowboarder Aussie bros go to. One employee in one physical hardware store said it's selling like hotcakes, because Japanese people use those expressions, with the anticipation being it will be one of the best-selling titles on Sony's console this year in Japan. No fucking way. No fucking way is any Japanese man gonna fucking buy this game to play with a female samurai. I'm telling you. The article says, in fact, so strong is this influence that some local retailers have been given permission to create original Ghost of Yotei merchandise. Okay, so you had a little bit of your PR budget left over and you pissed it away on a company expense paid trip to Hokkaido. Well done, Sony. I know how this shit works. I used to be a journalist. So funny. Last week, PlayStation announced a collaboration with Clonk to take interested players on a tour around some of the landmarks from the game. So all the Sony PR teams sitting around a table. Let's just blow some millions with Clonk. Then we can brainwash people to buy this game with a DEI insert lead character. So that's not true about it selling out in Japan at all. I promise you.
Zlen Omega says, Herb and Yellow, I heard they weren't going to count Expedition 33 for Gotti. Johnny, you should look that up. Zlen Omega says, yeah, if it sold out in Japan, then I'm the king of England, lol.
Mate, the king of England. Whole lot of mercy. So on the Q&A, Armored Core, Silent Hill 3. Okay, we're ending the Q&A. We only got 2 questions. Right. So here comes the poll, y'all. The big, sexy poll. Start a Q&A. What game should we play now? Oh no, I need to do a poll. Night Rain with Purp and Yellow. What's the other one? Dino Crisis. Where we left off. PS1. Illbleed. Blue. The thing is, I want to do a 24-hour with Illbleed, so we shouldn't really do that. Bloodborne. DLC.
Badger says, hey, now I made it in time for a poll.
Victoria, you menace. I conditioned Victoria, like Winston in 1984, to not commit any thought crimes and definitely not any hate speech on the channel. Victoria, the menace. Right, please vote on the game. No mail-in ballots tonight, y'all. No mail-in ballots. Didn't even ask Purp and Yellow if he's available, but I'm assuming he is. Here comes the menace. Bro, I had 2 coffees yesterday morning. I was fucking like raving in my apartment. I had this playlist of all the kind of pop English electronic music songs that are actually bangers from them. They're actually bangers. You could still drop them in a club. Dude, I was fucking wired. I was dancing around my apartment. I was in the shower. I was singing. It's so much fun. I had the best fun all on my own in my apartment dancing.
Zlen Omega says, dang, I would like to play Nitrine with y'all, but I'm at work and don't own the game yet, lol.
I would like to be an astronaut, but I don't know anything about astrophysics or engineering, and I have no work experience. You need to buy the game, Cuzzy. Do you have a PS5? Here comes the menace. Man, I was raving and I was thinking, I felt so motivated to get back to England. My motivation lasted about a day. I really want to go back to England. So if you want to donate, it helps me go back to England in December. I want to go back. We need to update that total because we had the generous patron donations. Beast mode, beast mode.
Zlen Omega says, yeah, I have a PS5.
Are you any good at Souls-like? Are we going to carry you? Zen. Mate, man, do you want to hear my British proper electronic pop music playlist? It's so good. It is too good. Give you a little taster. Okay, start with this.
Nuka Chronic says, as they say in England, inshallah, brother Mayo.
I like the party. Dude, I like to party. Everybody does. This is so good. Next one. Mate, this song is fucking amazing. I remember this song was massive and I went to Gran Canaria. Was that like some Spanish island? And I remember I was with my girlfriend at the time and we got really drunk and we were in a public square and she basically took off my jeans. And I was...
Says, yeah, I platinumed Elden Ring and have played all the other Souls games and Bloodborne.
Okay. You passed the test, mate. We got that. Then this one. Then we got this one. Mate, this fucking song.
Can't you see you're my delight, lady?
So New Year's Eve 2023, I was in Fold, the best club in London. Best club, one of the best clubs in the world. And that was definitely golden era Fold. It's a bit more mainstream now.
Just says, Johnny, did you dance your pants off?
I danced my pants off. I was in Fold and I was took some MDMA and I was buzzing. I was so buzzing. I was in the toilet and I was speaking to this guy he was just wearing like the fruitiest Rick Owens, and I was so buzzing. I can't talk to anyone when I'm buzzing. They still have to be interesting or have to basically be a good person, have a good vibe. But I was just in the toilet. And I was so buzzing. I could have been anywhere and I would have been having a good time. And I was chatting to him and it was nearly midnight. I was so buzzing. I felt like I could just stay here and just talk to this guy at midnight. And then sense kicked in about 2 minutes before midnight. I realized, no, this isn't right. So I went on the dance floor and they fucking dropped this tune and they sped it up and they mixed it with some other kind of hard, like fast techno song. The lights went on and I was on my own. So I wanted to find someone to just share the new year with. So I just I just opened my arms and turned and there was this girl there and she was she wasn't like fat. She was a bit fat, but she just looked so sweet and looked so squidgy. And she was definitely fucked up as well. You can tell when someone else is. And we just like hugged each other. It's so good. It was New Year's. And this song was playing. It was so fucking nice. It was so nice. Just hugging a stranger. It's so good.
I just feel like I won't get you.
The next year, I went there again for New Year's. It was so fucking good. I can't actually remember what they played at midnight. But mate, dude, it was one of the best nights of my life. They actually fucking played. Where is it? I know it's in this playlist. I definitely put it in there. They actually played this. This song is fucking amazing. It got to number 1 in the UK. It's a pop song, but it fucking shreds the dance floor. It shreds it. I was playing this out in DJ sets for years. Nobody was playing this. And I was gaslighting myself, this one man on this island playing this fucking song, thinking, yeah, it's amazing, but like, why does no one else play it? They fucking played that on that night. And I felt so vindicated for supporting that song all these years, and I was buzzing, and it was in an underground club. They're playing that pop song. I just felt, it's so good. It's too good. Too freaking good. Okay. Oh, man. Man, I got to get back to England. Right, let's update that donation bar. Okay. I got so many... Dude, I'll tell you who's a fucking beast as well. Whoever's making Jamiroquai songs in the 90s. This song is fucking unbelievable, isn't it? Listen.
There you were shouting, love you, baby.
This song, you turn it up loud, it sounds so warm. It's like you're surrounded by tubes. Whoever the engineer and producer is on that, buy them a Guinness, bruv. Buy them a pint of Guinness. It's so good. Too good. Okay, just
The
go.
displeased badger says little L.
It's so... That song is fucking godlike. It's godlike. You gotta crank it. You gotta play that on a system. Those are my favorite songs. They just sound absolutely massive on a sound system. The reason this sounds so big...
The displeased badger says love me some Jamiroquai.
Dude, he's really...
Nuka Chronic says, I only know Canned Heat and Virtual Insanity, but both are bangers lol.
Dude, I've got Virtual Insanity on here. It is actually a fucking tune. This would be... This... It's fucking good. It's fucking... I don't know who was making his tunes, Cuzzy. But whoever it was. Okay. So... Right. Get Johnny home for Christmas fund. Get the autist. Bait. You know what?
The displeased badger says OMG, you gotta listen to some B-sides Nuka, he has some killers if you like to dance.
Is it? I like to dance. Okay, so we've had 4 votes. Only 4 votes. We've got some... Nobody wants to see Wu Chang. I thought that's what you wanted.
The displeased badger says great shower song.
Exactly. But I got some fucking... I got so many tunes in here. This one. Right. This is so big in the UK, you can't imagine. All these... When you're boozing, all the fucking clubs had that. This song... So high, dancing all night. So good, man. That I got this. Better times, mate. Better fucking times. We got this. We got mate. We got this. Speaking of go to gay bar.
West End town, call the police, there's a madman around.
Call the police, there's a madman around. I love how posh these guys are.
Underground to a dive bar in a West End town.
Mate, to a dive bar in a West End town, cuzzy. This is so good. And that the way he goes, West End girls. It's so good, man. This is beyond classic. Pet Shop Boys. We got this. We got this. Armand Van Helden is an absolute savage. We got this. Oh, mate. You know this one. I know Victoria's doing menacing things to this one. that. We got this.
Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air.
This was when there was still a little bit of
Len Omega says you should make songs about all the games you okay on stream.
you play. Should do. I feel this era in the late 90s was when British people were coming to terms with losing God. We were moving so hard into this science, it has the answer, God doesn't exist, and this is the last cry of like trying to hold on to that spirit.
Chronic says, I didn't even dance at my wedding lol. Afraid of embarrassing myself and dancing is pretty cringe to me. I'm more of a mosh pit type guy haha.
I know I can count on you. Sometimes it's real.
We got this, the meme song.
Takes my eye.
We got this. We got this.
Your potential kicks. Stuck my mind and body kick. Really hurt me.
This is such a fucking tune. Oh my god, is that a fucking tune? We got this. Oh mate, come on now. Dreamy, dreamy. This is the sound of white people smoking weed. Oh mate, here's another one.
I didn't have a real wedding, so I didn't have to dance. I used to go to the club and dance back many moons ago. You just throw one back and have fun.
This is such a tune. It sounds like the night. This sounds like the night. That's what it sounds like, cuzzy. What we got here?
Len Omega says, isn't that meme song from a Russian band?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. I believe. We got this. This song is actually legit amazing. It's so hypnotic.
The Displeased Badger says you gotta show me love.
So good. Bro, this is maybe the best of the best. Ooh, baby. Love. That's one of my all-time favorite songs.
Mr. Chronic says, I'd have to be unfathomably high to wanna dance live.
Bro, let's go. What's this? Bruh. Ah, this one. Got that. My feelings for you. Mate, so I was listening to this playlist yesterday and losing my fucking shit. Got Sneaky Oasis in there. The imports could never make something like this, cuzzy. To the bone. Bro, look back in anger. Man, this was huge. I could keep going. Man, I got some Spice Girls in there. It was well produced. Man, this is my guiltiest of guilty pleasures. Come on now. Anything with the word Friday, Saturday, or weekend in, I'm going to fucking love. I just love it. I just love it. Man, I could keep going. This was a fucking massive rave tune, early 90s. Bro, everyone was like out of their minds on MDMA to this one. I can't.
I find it kind of funny how Noel and Liam basically hate each other's guts, lol.
They came together for the cash.
What's up, man? Hey, yo, what's going on, yo? I'm sick and tired of 5
Every white boy living out his fantasy.
Yo, Snow, they
His
can't-
thuggish fantasy. This song. Dude, 90s had some fucking bangers, man. Come on now. Bro, okay, wait. Come on now. Come on now. Shabba! From England. Mr. Loverman. Shabba! This song goes too fucking hard. Bro.
Drop it.
I can't.
The displeased badger says that's cause one brother used to bang other PPLS wives and the other was stuck fighting his battles cause he was a wimp, or at least that was the rumor.
You see Victoria off her bonce. Copious amounts of Class A's just going like in the club, right at the front. Come on, Victoria. Spinning that shirt around.
Let me take you to a place I know you wanna go. It's a good life. Hey, 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 yeah. I don't wanna stand.
Right. This playlist gets me way too hype. I'm going to close Spotify because it's too much quality in there. I had it fucking loud yesterday. I was just going mad to that. Absolute madness, cuzzy. So what we voting on? Dino Crisis. Are we gonna fuck it? Are we playing Dino Crisis? I might have to Biden this vote. Might have to Biden this. Might have to do a cheeky Joe Biden last minute vote spike, mail-in ballots, safest and securest poll ever made on YouTube.
Says that's why you wear your bathing suit top to concert so you can take off your shirt and wave it. Lol, been there.
Dude, time's running out. Time's running out for the UK. UK. You want to see some weird shit? I got you, cuzzy. So, I was in Akihabara. Look at this.
Flora Palace says, I forgot to vote. Dino Crisis for me. For what that's worth.
Wow, we're going Dino Crisis, huh? I wasn't really enjoying that much, but maybe we have to give it a chance. Spyro, my man. What usually happens is I do a vote and then I ignore everyone's choice and Joe Biden the vote. But I mail-in ballot it. Are we doing that? So look what I saw here. I saw this phone from the 70s. What do you think? Yay or nay from America? So apparently this is from Disneyland. Look. Purchased in Disneyland and in the US at the time, 1976 it was made. It costs about $120. It can be used today as a telephone, although it would be nice to display it. That's so nice, the Japanese message they left. Hey, look at this phone. The yellow phone with yellow shoes. Mickey Mouse has yellow shoes? I don't remember that.
The displeased badger says only Dominion voting on this channel.
That's right, only Dominion. What do you think? Yes or no, people? Yay or nay? Would you have that in your house? Look at the buttons. Oh my lord. Look at that. Amazing. It says Mickey Mouse push Denwa. Is that Denwa? Maybe. $120. America Disney Lando Disneylando there.
Displeased badger says they used to have those in the JCPenney catalog when we were kids.
Okay. Okay, what else we got? Bro. Do I need to give a commentary for this? Do I need to give a commentary? Do I need to?
The displeased badger says not that exact one, but pretty close.
I don't think I need to give a commentary for this. I think this speaks for itself. Happy Merry Christmas. Yes, I'm coming. Do I need to give a commentary?
Cody Solomon says, hello everyone, hello Johnny.
What's up, Cody? Alright, check this out. Look at this. What the hell? This is quite cool. This is a Japanese turntable with a really terrible illustration, I might add. Could take that around and scratch it up.
The displeased badger says, Cody.
Right, the next two things Victoria is going to go, she's going to go crazy for. She's going to go crazy. What do you think about this? Unko means shit in Japanese. So it says Cyber Warrior Unko, clay model kit. And we got another one, look, a cute one. What do you think about that? Clay model kit. Idol unshi, idol shit. So it's like a girl group.
The displeased badger says, is that a turntable for kids' babies' first turntable?
I don't know exactly, but it's some kind of really small portable turntable. And I had to share this cabinet. Right, this is my cabinet of Nerdville. What is this? Squid Game? I don't even know what that is. I know it's a show on Netflix, but I've never seen it. Look, we got Ghostbusters. We got One Piece for Brad on the right. Look, we got Back to the Future stuff.
Nuka Chronic says, Cyber Warrior Unco equals average Redditor lol.
There you go.
Badger says that's the cutest shit I've ever seen, literally.
There you go. That's very witty, Victoria. Your menacing wit. Look, we've got a freaking hoverboard lunchbox. We've got a Godzilla. Look, who knows? Who knows, Cuzzy? It looks terrible.
The displeased badger says that show is the worst.
Is it? I bet it is. Look, we've got a hoverboard. Oh my god! Look, we've got a plushy hoverboard. It's not difficult to get me gifts for Christmas, y'all. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. There's so much in here you could satisfy me with. I want a present. Look, get me that. Actually, I'd probably throw it in the trash. But anyways, I thought you might want to see just a few random cuts from the land of Disney. I thought people wanted to see Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Didn't you all say, like, let's keep going with that? Fight the bosses. Are we not doing that? I thought that's what we were doing, Cuzzy. We're not doing that.
The displeased badger says, what's the Ghostbusters thing?
I think it's a Marshmallow Man figure. People voting for Dino Crisis, where we left off. So we're going to do Dino Crisis. People don't want to see Night Rain? Pipe and Yellow, you there? Dum 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 dum. I keep, man, AI is so fucking good for music theory. All I had to do is type song name. What are the chords in this song? Bum 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 bum. Is there any trickery going on with these chords? What's happening? No, they're all the basic triads, or they're all the major sevenths. It's the timing of the chords that makes it sound good. It's, if you were to ask a music teacher that, they'd sit there listening to it and they'd take ages to explain it. It's fucking good, man. It's fucking good. AI is the best thing ever. I love it. I love it so much. Dude, it's coming. I want that AI robot. I want it so badly. I want it in that chair. Sit down there, Cuzzy. It'll be so good. I can't wait. I cannot wait. We're all gonna have no job pretty soon, right? What's the world gonna look like then? How does that work? You better be thankful that Elon Musk is leading the way now with AI, because if it was someone else, we'd be in a lot of trouble. What we need is a crushing victory in the midterms and 2028 to the Republicans. It's going to be 8 years of non-woke BS, and we need to integrate AI in a non-woke fashion, and it will be so tasty. Oh my God. What do you think is going to happen in the midterms? Man, Republicans, all they do on X is react to criminal shit the Democrats are doing, and they show their outrage, and they don't do anything. They just keep letting them get away with it. It's ridiculous, cuzzy. Okay, good. Spyro knows a bit about AI. I hope he's right.
Spiroflora Paulus says, "No, AI won't get there. It's about as good as it's gonna get."
I mean, they kind of make sense. People always like to kind of overhype things, don't they? The thing with AI is it can only do stuff that's already been done. I don't think you can teach it to innovate creatively. Like, how the fuck would it know what is kind of cool? How could it understand that? How is it going to make a fucking Beatles album?
The displeased badger says, "I hope PPL don't get complacent. Gotta get out there and vote our asses off or we're effed."
It can happen, man. You can't let that happen.
Niello says, "The real test is November if California passes that redrawn map."
But that's clearly going to happen, right? Well, how would that not happen? It's mad that Arnold is out there trying to fight against that. Arnold has been talking about gerrymandering from a long time ago, before the days, back in the days of eating the wild blueberry, put it on the pepperoni pizza.
Clonk says, "AI is plateauing with LLMs and I think they are a dead endemo."
I'm fucking happy with it, the way it is.
Spiroflora Paulus says, "If you know how AI works under the hood, the code, you can see how bad it is. Here is an example. Try starting one locally and ask it for the current time date. It can't. Now you need to code it."
Yeah, why the fuck? It never, ever, ever gets the time and date right. I'm just telling it, what's wrong with you, bruv? That should be the easiest thing ever. Spyro, do you think that we're going to have robots within the next 3 years, 2-3 years, that just walk around and go and get my shopping, all that kind of shit?
Spiroflora Paulus says, "I go over all the science and code and programming on my streams. It's a big nothing."
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, Spyro is like coding his own video game, so he certainly one to listen to when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Badger says, "Arnold can go back to Austria now. His
racist
is concluded. Lol, we had his best years. Those are clearly past."
But he's going to stop the gerrymandering in California. Stop it now. Into the voting booth. Arnold said, "Screw your freedom." There's no coming back from that. You will never hear me say that, cuzzy. Even with a gun to my head, I wouldn't do that. People voting for Dino Crisis. Are we really going to... I don't like this game. Are we really going to do this? I'd be much happier playing a Sega game. Just so fucking indecisive. We should probably go with what people voted for, innit? I thought people want to see Wu Chang.
Luca Chronic says, "How did Arnold go from kindergarten cop to communist commando? Sad to see it." Spiroflora Paulus says, "We'll have some robots but the safety issues are currently unseen. If that makes sense. People will try to get robots into your home but they will have such serious safety issues that it will fail."
I saw recently someone training Optimus to do Kung Fu, and I thought, that's not the ad you want for AI.
Not that long ago he was complaining about Trump. I forget what about. I'm just over it.
Oh, man.
Spiroflora Paulus says, "There are studies, scientific, logical, philosophical, going back to the 60s showing how unsafe these things are. AI and robots and both." The displeased badger says, "Ditto Nuka."
Well, I mean, the AI robot could definitely fuck you up if it has a strong grip. I mean, and it's in your apartment. It's going to be regulated into oblivion. You can't just say, "Mate, go to the shop and get me some shit." Who knows what the fuck's going to happen to it? I saw someone on X say Optimus robots and its ilk are going to stop crime. Because if you have one with you and someone fucks with you, one of the new imports is, well, mate, I've got an Optimus. Go sort that guy out. It's going to defend you. But then it would be so easy to hack it, right? And then to send it against your enemies. We're going into fucking mad territory. We're going into mental territory. It's going to be AI wars, isn't it? If you fight a war, why would you send mainly humans anymore if you've got a bunch of robots that can do what humans do?
Laura Paulus says, think about this. Imagine a robot that has to value one thing over another. Go make me tea and it starts walking over and your fresh baby is crawling in front it. What's more valuable? The displeased badger says, you know what else does that, and it's a lot cheaper having a gun, lol. Says, you see the recent experiment where untrained AI were willing to kill in order to avoid being shut down? We're done for, lol.
I do fucking love AI though. It's so fucking useful for things. It's so useful. Just for an evolution of the Google search. Holy crap, is that good? Holy crap, is that useful? I just love using it for music stuff. Just asking it about music theory. It's so fucking useful. Yeah, some of those songs I was playing you, I just asked it, what are the chords? And it just told me immediately. It's so helpful. Super great. So I've started to read a book called The Analects by Confucius. Actually, I haven't even got into it yet. I'm just still in the intro. I'm just combing over the intro. Quite looking forward to this. If anything, it's interesting because it explains to you how to pronounce Chinese language. And it's not pronounced how it reads at all.
Laura Paulus says, the utility is totally understandable. This is a big slap in the face to the tech industry. They pulled out the worst way to give you utility and people love it. We have better alternatives though.
I'm excited to see what you come up with, Cuzzy. I'm ready. I'm ready for the new tech. Yeah, Chinese language is anything with a D is essentially pronounced with a T. Anything that starts with a G is pronounced with a K. Anything with a C without an H is pronounced a T. Anything with a B is pronounced with a P. G is pronounced with a K. G, it's just mental. It's mental. Anything with an R is pronounced with a J. So wrong is Jung and Ru is Ju. Apparently in ancient Chinese, there's no tenses. You have no fucking idea whether they're talking about past, present, or future. Apparently, Confucius was the first guy to ever really establish Chinese ethics and humaneness, essentially how you want people to treat you. He was the first guy to really flesh that out. Man, the Communist Party just threw that off the fucking bridge, bruv, didn't they? They threw all that away. You know, it says in the intro to this book about the Analects by Confucius that at the dawn of the 1st century, the Chinese authorities burned shitloads of books. I hate reading stuff like that. That all this ancient knowledge was just destroyed. It's crazy to think. It's like when you read about the Library of Alexandria. Alexandria? That hurts my soul big time. The Library of Alexandria, a significant research institution in Egypt, known for being one of the largest and most important libraries of its time, housing a vast collection of scrolls and attracting renowned scholars. Dedicated to the 9 muses of arts and sciences. While the exact circumstances of its destruction are debated, the library suffered damage from fires, including one during Julius Caesar's siege in 48 BC, and also faced decline due to political factors and neglect over centuries. Bruv, can you imagine if that had survived? That's terrible. I've got a good idea of what might have happened, Cuzzy. It was the aliens who'd done it. So I'm quite excited about this book. Quite excited. Let's read the first page. Oh, wow. We've got the whole basic history of China. This is cool. 3rd millennium BC. Legendary. Age of Sage Kings.
Tomorrow is the reckoning. Reddit and Discord being dragged in front of Congress.
Oh, Lord of mercy. But the Republicans who are going to question them, they're going to be too old to understand, aren't they? Legendary Sage Kings. Yao, Shun, and Yu. That's as far back as it goes in China. Yao, Shun, and Yu. Sage King.
Nuka Chronic says, man, I hope Hassan and Destiny go to prison, lol.
Mate, they're fucking... Those two. Destiny they're both just as bad as each other. But at least Hassan has a kind of sprinkling of alpha about him, even though he's just an idiot communist.
Badger says, oh snap.
Destiny is he's just such a meek, disgusting man. Excuse for a man. Pathetic. You can tell he's like medded up to his eyeballs, and he's just so full of bitter hatred. He's so fuming with hatred. You can feel it. You can see it. Sage King. So the sages, mate, what is a sage? The sage is someone who is a purveyor of legendary practical wisdom. The apparent founders of China. Xia dynasty. Yin dynasty. Zhou dynasty. Oh, Lord of mercy. Burning of books occurred in 213 AD. Don't like to read that. All right, let's read the first paragraph of Confucius, legendary philosopher of China. The master said, to learn something and at times to practice it, surely that is a pleasure. To have friends coming from distant places, surely that is delightful. But not to be resentful at others' failure to appreciate one, surely that is to be a true gentleman. Mate, I find this so fascinating. Since the dawn of time, man kind of knew that you shouldn't be a cunt, like you should be nice to people. I love it.
Says, I visited China last year. My wife's family is there. Beautiful place to visit as a tourist, honestly.
Cool. I'm curious, man. I'm curious about seeing it. Man, I'm going to love this.
The displeased badger says, I imagine their mothers as some variation of Mama Fratelli for them to turn into men like that.
Nothing's really changed in thousands of years, man. That fucking opening paragraph, holy shit. To learn something and at times to practice it, surely that's a pleasure. To have friends coming from distant places, surely that is delightful. But not to be resentful at others' failure to appreciate one, surely that is to be a true gentleman. Everyone was just trying to make sense of morals back then. So apparently, no one's really sure of who wrote all of these, if it's Confucius or if it's his subordinates. Apparently there's parts of the Analects which are clearly added later, well after his life, and some parts are clearly added by other people. So it's very interesting. Oh my God. Analects book 10, chapter 21. He said, how timely is the pheasant on the mountain bridge. Oh my God, the pheasant. There were pheasants back then. Pheasant. Oh my God. I'm excited to read this. Right, we should play a game. We should play something. People want to see Dino Crisis. I'm not sure this is a good idea. That's how Biden felt. back in 2020. Not sure we should give the people Trump. What should we play? Peeps wanted Wu Chang last time. What happened to the love for Wu Chang? Okay. People want Dino Crisis. Are we going to play Dino Crisis? Probably should, since people voted for it. Man, I'm mad tired. The coffee didn't wake me up. It's actually smashed me.
Luca Chronic says, most animals, especially birds and reptiles, have been around much longer than humanity. It's a trip to think about.
Something I think about all the time is that not living under a complete and utter tyranny is the exception, not the rule. So it's 2025. How long have we had capitalism really thriving and freedom of assembly, freedom of thought, freedom of association?
Says telling horror stories around the campfire. So far it's just been us telling the kids about the Chinese government LMAO.
So what? Since the 20s, like, let's be generous, we've had like fully fledged, it's not even fully fledged democracies. People are fucking around with socialism and shit. But late 1800s starts to take form. Germany had a fucking emperor for God knows, like literally 1,000 years, like what, 1,008-year Reich up until the late 1800s. Okay, we'll switch to democracy. Let's be generous and say we've had it since the 20s. But 2 lifetimes, we've had some semblance of freedom, but even within that was a freaking horrific world war.
Please Badger says that's way too scary, Milky.
So the norm is basically to be under the boot of the state and to have a ruler and not have a representative government. That is the exception, and it's only this little blink of an eye in human history, and everybody takes it for granted. And everyone's always, especially in America, in the mainstream media as well, and all the kind of progressive people, they're always crying and complaining about how there's so much oppression and race. Bro, you've got like the progressive system. It's over. Like, you completed the game. It's time to stop the whole feminism thing. Like, women have the same rights as men. Women can do fucking anything that men can do. And actually, people are like wiping their asses and like offering them fucking jobs at Disney and like the big tech companies.
That call themselves democracies are actually democratic republics. There's a pretty big difference between the two.
Explain to us, Nuka. So, progressives have got what they want. Women have equal rights. The other thing that fucks my mind is people keep talking about minorities. The thing is, white people are actually the minority. White people is 20% of the global population.
Says we did a fire this past weekend. I found some old spooky radio shows on here and put them on. One had a ghost that kept screaming, "Where's my skinny toe?" in a southern accent.
Damn.
Milkitio makes things says nor for real. My oldest said no more because some of this stuff too real.
The default state, what I'm trying to say is the default state of being is tyranny. That's the default. That's the lion's share of humanity, is having an arbitrary ruler and not someone who represents the public. And people forget that. Like, people take it, we've got it so good. We've got it so fucking good. It was still better in the 90s. I think. It definitely was. Definitely was more free. I cannot understand why the UK's likely future government reform isn't campaigning on making a First Amendment for the UK.
Democracy would have the people voting on laws, etc. Republics have elected officials that are supposed to represent the people but often do not.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So, does anyone have a true democracy? So I mean, it should really be the former, right? things like a fucking digital ID, nobody fucking asked for that. It was in nobody's manifesto and they're pushing it through anyway. Something like that, you've got to have a public vote on. You fucking have to. You can't not. You cannot not. We don't have a fucking fair system, cuzzy. They just do what they want. They do what they want. They do what they want. UK government, they do what they want. They've done it again. They've done it again. Shat on our freedom. They've done it again. I really, 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 really want to go back to the UK and just hang out with a bunch of proper Brits who love the country and love the flag. There's got to be a movement going on now with regular things happening. I want to be part of it. I want to be part of it. I'm doing very well not eating mango frozen berries. I said I'd stop eating it for a couple of weeks. But I'm not going to lie, craving that dopamine rush. Right, we're going to play Dino Crisis. This game is stressful. I'd rather play Wu Chang, or I don't know, but Wu Chang, we just need to start doing something. Is what we need to start doing. Is something. We need to start doing something. Is what we need to start doing. Is something. It's like an echo. Okay. All right. Bit of the old Dino Crisis. I need to set up this stream. Set it up. Let's set it up.
Nuka Chronic says, due to population sizes, most people have given up on true democracy. There are simply too many of us. The displeased badger says not having fruit but drinking coffee. What kind of diet is that lol? Milkitia makes ting says, I finally told the kids about the radio noise in the middle of the bedroom in our first house lmao.
What? Alright. He's done it again. He's done it again. Shat on our freedoms. He's done it again. No football this weekend. What am I going to do? I look forward to that. That's how I get my tribal fix, is through football. I tell you what, mate. If you want to see some low IQ shit, just go onto X and look at posts about football. And people in the comments cussing rival teams about football. It's the dumbest shit ever. It's such a guilty pleasure. I could only look at it for a few seconds, but it's, yeah, it will make you feel more. You will become more stupid just by virtue of looking at it. Guaranteed. Bruv, we're gonna play Dino Crisis. All right, let's give it a chance. Big brain puzzles. Here we come. Part 2. From me to you. Just cooking up a cheeky thumbnail. Man, the thumbnails I made for this stream,
Nuka Chronic
so
says,
good.
anyone who gets angry about a game that they didn't participate in is a bona fide idiot lol. The displeased badger says, isn't American football coming to the UK soon? I thought I saw a commercial about that. The displeased badger says, you think anyone wants to go over there? Thefamiliog says, what's good Johnny?
Thefamiliog, what is good G? How are you? I watched some of your stream, your last one, and
Milkitia
it's good.
Masting says, American football is already a thing in Japan.
Is it? Nah, we don't give a fuck about that. That's not going to happen. I mean, there will be some games, but it's never going to take off. I'm a bona fide idiot, Nuka. I get angry. I'm fully tribalized. It doesn't make sense. I got brainwashed by it when I was growing up, and it's a way to bond with your dad. But you so get into it, and you hate the other team, and you get mad about it, and it's just so stupid, and you know it's stupid, but you grow up with it, so you can't help it. When I go back and watch games, I fucking love it. I just love the whole preposterous. That's preposterous. Preposterousness of it. I marvel at the preposterousness of it. Just people getting super angry and shouting at the other team. I have it a bit, but some people get people fight over it, right? Just listening to some of the things that people say, the retarded comments in the football stadium. Yeah, it's so fucking dumb, but I'm kind of part of it.
As a gamer, I can't wrap my head around the logic of being upset about a game that I myself am not playing, lol.
Mate, welcome to the culture war, cuzzy. Alright, we're going to do Dino Crisis. This is going to be a serious test of this game.
The displeased badger says, do PPL fight at the games over there like they do here, lol, it's dangerous.
I mean, it used to be a lot more. Not as much anymore. Okay, so I've got the thumbnails ready to roll. Best thumbnails ever. Live and direct from your phone. Dino Crisis. PlayStation 1 Classic. Retro gaming. Jurassic Park the game.
Milkitio makes ting says, people used to riot in England, lol.
Mate, where have...
Chronic says, gotta go pick up the wifey from work. See y'all in a bit.
See you a bit, mate.
Says, I used to go to college hockey games with my brother-in-law and he would purposely cheer for the opposing team. It was so embarrassing I nearly shat myself.
I know someone like that. My dad's, the band he's in, the kid he formed a band with, the kid's friend who he just comes along. He's a bit, he will in the away end, he'll start shouting for the home end. It's really weird. It's just like, what the fuck? He likes to get drunk and fight. The whole drinking culture thing is...
Sounds like Eagles fans, Milky.
I'm not into that. It's just, what? Alcohol is mental. When people like alcohol too much, it's rather repugnant for me. Okay, here we go, your Dino Crisis time. Dude, we're gonna play Dino Crisis? I guess we are. Dino Crisis. This is proper niche, this is. Somebody on X sent me a message, and it was an X account dedicated to Dino Crisis.
The displeased badger says, I wish he could have used being drunk as an excuse. He was the DD. Milkitio makes ting says, I'm about to get wasted and fight my neighbor's dog.
You serious?
Nuka Chronic says, reminds me of a lyric. Repugnant is a creature who would squander the ability to lift an eye to heaven, conscious of his fleeting time here. The displeased badger says Milky. Thefamiliog says epic lol.
This actually has quite a few viewers. I did the wrong one on Twitch before that had hardly any following, but now this one has 17,000 followers. Mate, people like Dino Crisis? Okay. Alrighty. Let's play Dino Crisis. PS1. Part 2, Kazi. So this is, okay, this is really happening then.
Milkitia makes things says honestly, after they chased my chicken, I might just bare knuckle box a dog.
Milky, you mad lad. Bro, I'm not built for the daytime. Everything feels so wrong right now. It's just, well, sleeping for 3 hours, you're going to feel wrong. But, yeah. What can I say? What can I say?
The displeased badger says, hey, wasn't there a dinosaur song in the 90s?
Sure, there was a couple.
Milkitia makes things says, I'm not built for the daytime either, bud.
What's your sleeping schedule, Milky? Right. You're all getting redirected to Dino Crisis. I will see you there.